It was the incident out in Columbus, Ohio, where African-American teenage girl was armed with a knife. Officer gets a call, emergency call for service, armed person with a knife. He gets there, and we know to save the life of another, he used deadly force. With some without hesitation, without knowing all the facts, including a prominent basketball player, LeBron James, looped it right in the same bucket as if it was on par with the George Floyd murder. And so that's a problem. And so, or someone getting an Oscar gets up, and anytime there's a police shooting, refers to it as police violence.
Right.
And so nobody challenges these folks when they should be.
Well, and you were one of the first. I'm sorry.
No,
I was. Came out and denounced it, right? I mean, denounced the murder.
I was the first chief that came out and called it murder, and that Chauvin should have been arrested based on probable cause. We saw the video evidence, but I mean, if a police officer responded to the scene of a crime, and there was evidence to support that this crime was committed and perpetrated by this person, we have the legal right to make an arrest. And that's all I was saying. And that's when the lines get blurred. That's when you start losing trust in a community. And so we have to do better. And in fact, going back to that knife shooting in Columbus, I think it was NBC, police officer shoots teen. But they conveniently left out of the story that what led up to the shooting, conveniently left out that she was armed with a knife. And and when you looked at the or listened to the tape of the initial call, it was in there. So
right. You made a quote. You've said various quotes that have been, some controversial, some met with some obviously critics, but
right.
I find it, it's very telling and very poignant, relative to the social media platform and all the issues that we've seen over the years. But you indicated, while it's been established that hate speech is protected by the First Amendment, we're talking about people specifically saying on Facebook that they want to kill white police officers.
Right.
And that's protected. But yet they can't say, I want to kill, the president or vice president of the United States.
It's utterly ridiculous. Let me tell you a story. It's a true story. There was a threat made against me, and the person responsible, he had scrolled on a wall. As I remember, it says, kill James Craig, kill all police, or something like that. So we identified who the suspect was. It was a terrorist threat. We gave it to our prosecutor. And the only thing the prosecutor told me was, we don't think there's enough there. And said, why don't you just add to your security team? So I was appalled by that response. I took it to then Attorney General Bill Schuette. I said, I got this situation as threat. He charged him. So you can't threaten to take someone's life. It's just like when it's appalling, this most recent news, I got to talk about it in a news show later on, that Amazon is peddling this anti-police sweatshirt. I mean, you purchase it through the Amazon website. They don't make the item. It just simply says, Blue Lives Matter. Once again, another reckless statement. But why would Amazon? I'm not saying they support, but maybe one could argue they support if they're gonna, peddle this item through their website.